it another first down. They're chewing up big yardage.
Well, again, just tell you, your hats are off right now to the play calling. You're going outside, inside, outside, inside. Really got this Northwest defense on their heels. You see the outside linebackers stepping up for the blitz there, and even the defensive ends. That creates those seams for that inside run right there, and Gamble takes advantage of it.
Well, that's 13 yards. Another first down. Ball goes all the way down to the 33-yard line as the rain comes down here at Firebird Stadium in Westchester. And we got a whistle and a timeout. Loveland's going to take their first timeout of the second half.
I'll tell you, after a 3-and-out there by Northwest coming out of half, it has been all Loveland down from their 3-yard line. Just a methodical drive, chewing up about 7 minutes of clock. This has been really impressive.
Yeah, they've taken it from the 3. This is the 9th play of the drive coming up right here.
That's impressive. They've even been in a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 situation where they've been able to convert. And now, like I said, that big offensive line, I think, is really starting to wear down that Loveland front, or I'm sorry, Northwest front.
The other game tonight is Winton Woods and Mount Healthy, and the last check I had was that Winton Woods was leading only by a field goal at 3-0, which is hard for me to imagine because both of those teams can score like these two.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the offense of Loveland against a Winton Woods defense, man, that's going to be a great final if that happens. But Northwest has got a lot to play for, and they've certainly played some good defense and some good offense here in this game, and it's not over yet. They will go inside to Gamble again. A little counter play. And they have churned up a lot here in this third. Third down coming.
Again, just a good job up front. You got some pulling guards in there and able to create a nice little hole. And 4 yards on first down is always a good thing. Opens up your playbook on second down, even to pass the ball if you want to.
Second down and 6. Same formation. Gamble and Waddell in the backfield. And this time they'll play action. And they'll go near side, and they find their big tight end. And he catches that one, Jacob Eifers. And I think that's going to be really close to a first down. They're looking at it from the near sideline across the way.
Again, just a simple waggle pass there. You see the fake rolling out to the opposite side, gets his feet turned, shoulders turned. Nice job. Eifert catches the ball, able to fall forward, and looks like they're going to try to measure there for the first down. But again, just a nice methodical drive and good play calling here. 2nd and 6, you got a chance to take your shot down the field. Northwest does a good job of covering the receiver on the go route on the outside, so you hit the underneath guy and he's wide open, able to get what looks to be close to a first down. But again, yeah, chewing up the clock, just very impressive.
Did you notice too that Drew Plitt really went through his progressions that time?
Yeah.
On that replay you could see, and it's going to be a couple of links short, but you could see his eyes move from the right side of the field all the way to his tight end on the left, and that's a good sign for a sophomore to be able to look for maybe the first option, second option, and then the third option.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if they can get this offensive line to stabilize here and to be as good as it is right now, these young guys are really reaping the benefits of it. And I'll tell you what, from the quarterback to every running back in the backfield, these guys have to love this offensive line, and they're able to make plays by making good decisions when they have the opportunity. Well,
Gamble is a senior, but everybody else that's touched the ball tonight is an underclassman. And that's impressive. I mean, this team's going to be together for a while.
Yeah.
So it's third down and about 2 lengths of the chains. They'll bring Hesse in the backfield with Gamble. They'll put Waddell on a slot to the right. And they'll give it to Gamble, and he's got open field, runs over a Knight, and he'll get the first down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there you didn't see Northwest bring any pressure. They just tried to play their base defense there. They didn't want to get caught in a play-action pass to go over the top. Obviously, this is 4th-down territory, but just a great job by that offensive line. You see the whole left side just moving guys back. Great job of moving the line of scrimmage, and then Gamble finishing the run hard.
First and 10 from the 15-yard line. They've been running the football with authority here in the third, and they will keep it on the ground as Gamble will sidestep a Knight and get out of bounds close to the 10-yard line. Might be about the 12, and we got a flag. Side judge making the call.
Getting some hard yards up inside, and Gamble wanted to bounce it out there and was able to. See what happens here with the call on the sideline.
This is a veteran crew tonight. It's been fairly, until the last minute or two, it's been air free.
Yeah.
Well, clearly.
Hit ball foul on number 5 of the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Half the distance to the goal. Penalty results in a first down.
Well, you heard the call, and that'll move it to about the 7-yard line, maybe just inside the 7.
See here at the end of the play. Well, clapping in his face there, chirping. That'll get you every time.
They call that unsportsmanlike, and that's why the ball is moved inside the 10-yard line down to about the 5.
Loveland really didn't need any help moving the ball this series.
No, not at all. Here's the quarterback keeper. Plitt is going to get in for the touchdown, and we got a flag in the end zone away from the ball. We'll check out the flag, but Plitt gets into the end zone from about the 6-yard line.
Well, Andrew Alton and one of the Northwest defenders were tangled up there in the back of the end zone. We'll see which way this goes.
So Drew Plitt with just the quarterback keep around the end for the touchdown. He scored one on the ground last week as well. Officials are now talking to the head coach of Northwest across the way. That's Nate Mahan. He got the explanation.
Dead ball foul, personal foul against 74 of the offense. Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
So the touchdown stands from 6 yards.
It's a little too aggressive there by Andrew Alton, who's been doing a fantastic job all night. I'll tell you what, he's one of the guys that's really stood out on this offensive line. Whether he's pulling or whether he's just driving his guy out the line of scrimmage, having a great night here. And you see, kind of takes a shot from one guy, and just a little extracurriculars after the play. High tensions here on playoff football.
So they'll line up for the extra point. They'll march off the penalty on the kickoff. Extra point on its way, and another flag on the play. The extra point, I'm sure, is good by Durig. It's gotten a little chippy.
It's gotten a little chippy. Obviously, Loveland feeling their oats right now. They've gone up by 17 points. And Northwest might be getting a little bit frustrated as well and barking back and forth. But you got to try to keep your composure. Not out of this game yet, so a lot of time left, and you're an explosive football team.
Well, you got to make sure you keep your wits about you. You got to be disciplined. I thought we were going to get the call from the referee.
Seems like they're still thinking about it. Actually, they're over asking the Loveland officials what they want to do, so obviously the penalty is on Northwest.
We're waiting for the Loveland coaches to make a decision. This Loveland team is just a machine. Here's what it was all about. It was a forearm to the holder.
That's just uncalled for there. And
not in the rules.
Now that 15 yards that they received, they're going to take right back.
During the play, we have a personal foul against number 5 on the defense. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
I think that puts us back to where we started.
Yeah, right at the 40-yard line, right? I would think so.
I would think so, because there was a 15-yarder on Loveland at the end of the touchdown play that was going to be enforced on the kickoff, and now you got another 15-yarder on Northwest. So, I mean, I'm no math major, but I think that puts you right back at the 40.
Your Ohio State math is correct. Now, here's the thing. You got a Loveland team here that has really done it on both sides of the football field tonight. Well, actually, on that unsportsmanlike, they marked it off, and now they're going to mark it off again. You're looking at the Loveland sideline, and credit the Tigers. They have more kids out for football than I've ever seen from Loveland. I mean, they've got, I don't know how many helmets they have, but they've got a lot of black helmets here tonight.
They're using them all, that's for sure. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, everyone wants to be a part of a winning football team, and right now Loveland has been that all season long, and they're showing again here tonight. Really, like I said, imposing their will here in the second half and making a big difference. That offensive line really going to work. Not very fancy there on that drive. They just really lined up, ran a lot of inside runs, and were able to convert.
Well, let's see if we can play some penalty-free football here. I want to tee it up. And we are underway. This is going to go on the ground again. And this, every single kick tonight has been on the ground. And Northwest will bring that one back. And again, it's Darius Johnson.
And I think that's the worst starting field position of the game. They've been normally getting out past the 40-yard line. This time they're going to start from about the 33, 34.
So it's important for Northwest to move the football and get into the end zone. They've been stopped a couple of times here in this third quarter. Loveland has given up 14 tonight. The most that they have given up all season long in one game is 15. That was to Walnut Hills in week number 7. They'll come to the near sideline with Jackson down the sideline. He takes a big hit at midfield, and he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what they want to go with, that little swing pass. They want to get the edge and get Jackson out in space, and you can see what he can do there. Really turn the corner, just make one guy miss. I think that ball was tipped, so great concentration by Jackson. Gets to the outside, got to force that ball in. Really important to keep Jackson in and out of that outside space, because when he gets out there, he is electric.
16 yards on the completed pass, first down. Spread formation again. And they'll try to keep the football, and boy, lots of aggressive run defense there as Robertson loses yardage.
Tried to pull a guard there and get a little quarterback counter off of the jet sweep motion, but you saw penetration there, really shutting it down. Darren Sackett able to get in there and bring down Robertson before he gets going.
He didn't get anything right there. Lawler in there as well. So a loss of 4. Back to the 48. Robertson to throw. Outside the Snow. Turns the corner, and he's close to a first down. He's going to be short, though, by a couple of yards.
Tristan Snow has been the go-to guy as far as pass receiving here for Robertson. You see this big-time throw, long distance out to that far numbers from the near hash, and Tristan Snow is able to get it, turn it up, give him a manageable 3rd down to 2 here.
In the first half, Robertson was 5 of 12 for just 41 yards. Throwing a lot of that short passing game, a lot of out routes, not much yards after the catch. Robertson's got some running room. Still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 30 to about the 26 or 27 yard line is where they'll mark it.
Well, again, that jet sweep quarterback trap here. You see the guard pull and kick out, but Robertson actually takes it all the way back across the formation. All kinds of running room there. Smartly just takes a sidestep out of bounds, and Northwest, the Knights are on the move.
Scott Miller knocked him out. They've been rotating a lot of different players in that secondary, the Tigers have. So Roberson has a first down at the 25-yard line. Looking deep. He's got a man, broken coverage, and he just could not come down with it across the way, and that is Snow. They had Loveland beat.
Oh, man, just a busted coverage there. Looked like cover two, and the corner bites up on the out route here. You see him jump up, and just no one there. Tries to loft it up and let Snow run underneath it, just off his fingertips. So close.
Needed that. Second down from the 25. Roberson still looking. Now he's going to have to avoid another player. Now two, and that's not going to work out at all for the Knights. And a flag. Roberson is taken down at the 45-yard line.
Now, if this is against Northwest, you're going to be looking at about a 3rd and 50. Because Roberson just kept going back, trying to find space, and there was none. Great pursuit by the Loveland defense.
This is going to be another unsportsmanlike, I think. I'm sure the Knights did not like the way that Loveland took down their quarterback.
And they're walking back like they know that they did something wrong.
Beating themselves.
Personal foul, Northwest.
Umpire had to check his hand there to make sure what down it was, but yeah. Coach Mahan really has to be frustrated right now, just mental mistakes, and man, you don't see many of these. I don't know what play you call here. I don't know what you have for a 3rd and 50.
They have to get to the 15-yard line. Roberson's just going to let this one go, and it is incomplete. He threw that as far as he could.
Yeah, I'll say that's actually a smart move right there, knocking that ball down, because that's almost essentially a punt. And,
right.
and you catch that ball, you get tackled right there. You've got a chance right now to even get better field position out of this with a bad punt or even a block punt or a bad snap there. Good job, good awareness of knocking this ball down. You see Roberson load up and try to launch this one downfield. Long way down there, but good job knocking the ball down. And Bo New was able to get up there and make a good play on it.
Johnson was the intended receiver. 50 is just going to let this one bounce out of bounds. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. That didn't go as far as the first down mark.
It did not.
He needed 8 more yards for a first down. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what, Loveland is feeling it right now. You can feel the crowd getting into it, the team on the sideline really getting into it. I think they smell blood in the water here right now.
And they have just played some magnificent football here since the middle of that first quarter once they settle down defensively. And they'll come to the near sideline. Here comes Waddle, and he accelerates through that hole all the way to the 30.
Just great patience. When he finds a hole, he really bursts through it. You know, really mature for a freshman to be able to run the football like that.
All right, you've seen a lot of football. I've seen a lot of football. Have you seen a freshman come in and do what he has done since week 8?
No, absolutely not. I'll tell you, I mean, the only thing that I can compare him to as far as just the maturity, the way he runs. Now, he doesn't have the top-end speed of a Brandon Sane, but Brandon was physically big and strong and ran kind of that way with a patient attitude as a freshman. You don't see that every day.
And here is Waddell again with that nice little sidestep, and he's down the sidelines and out of bounds. And no flags as they'll move the chains up to the 46-yard line. I saw Sane in high school as well, and he was a lot bigger player.
Yeah.
But this kid is very shifty, and of course that's Gamble there on the play.
Yeah, able just to get inside, and again, that offensive line is really starting to do some damage up there. No one touching Gamble until he gets into the second level. But yeah, you're right. You know, Brandon Sane was a bigger, more physical back, but also ran with a lot of patience, a lot of maturity, and I think that's what you see right now with Waddell.
Here comes Gamble again, shifting, got a block in the secondary, down to the 10-yard line, down to the 20, and it is a first down at about the 17 of Northwest.
Well, this is one of the big things that you always see with wing T teams. They get into this in the fourth quarter. You know, maybe the score is tight, maybe you're able to hang with them. But this third and fourth quarter, those backs really start to do some damage. That offensive line has been running and running and running and running, leading on these defensive linemen, and right now it's starting to take its toll. And you can see these plays that were 10, 15-yard plays in the first half are now 30, 40-yard plays in the third and fourth quarter.
That'll do it for the third quarter as the Loveland Tigers have done a terrific job of controlling this football game. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter in a moment. Tigers in control.
Tonight's game on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
As the Loveland Tigers, number 2 in the state, number 1 in the region, and showing why they're undefeated, leading 31-14 after 3 quarters, and they're in the red zone again.
Yeah, really impressive. Again, this offensive line has really gone to work, done a great job here in the second half.
And a touchdown saving tackle right there in the secondary. And that was Shane Baldwin who brought down Gamble.
Well, nothing even fancy anymore. They're not even trying to fool him with the double handoffs and the buck sweeps and the traps. They're just giving the ball to Gamble, running straight ahead and getting 10, 15 yards.
Yeah, it's no question that the offensive line of Loveland has controlled the line of scrimmage from about the middle of the second quarter.
Absolutely. They've really started to impose their will. You see them making, kick out blocks and knocking guys on the ground now.
SC in motion. And they'll go to Gamble again, and he is stopped at about the 5. He'll lean forward to about the 3. Well, these Tigers are made for football in November.
Absolutely.
They definitely can run it.
Yeah, run the ball right downhill there. Gamble bouncing off would-be tacklers. And just you want to give it to the big guy down here close.
You think about how these teams match up, and especially against other regions in the state, because when you're number 2 in the state in the polls and number 1 in your region, you got to think about that. Now the coaches aren't thinking about it, but we in the media can, and boy, they are really built well for the rest of this tournament drive. Knights stiffen on 1st and goal. It'll be 2nd and goal. Gamble at the bottom of that stack.
Well, they kind of get condensed down here where they're able to bring some pressure, and you saw it when they forced the field goal attempt at the end of this first half. But when they're out in the field and they've got to defend the whole field, Loveland is really just imposing their will and can do whatever they want to get. Great play calling, working the inside, working the outside. Pass has been great. Everything is working for the Loveland offense tonight.
Trey Heath will go to the short side of the field on 2nd down. Blitt's going to go to the outside with it, and he will lose the football, and they will score anyway. He broke the plane. That will be Drew Plitt's 2nd touchdown of the game.
Great job there. Just a quarterback sweep around the end, and Drew Plitt extends the ball, gets the ball over the plane for a touchdown, and now they are moving right along.
So Plitt scores early in this 4th quarter. And this high-powered Tigers offense that averages right at 47 points per game, and that's for the entire regular season. Then they put up, 54 last week.
Yeah, they're on their way here. They're 37, about to be 38. Man, I tell you, this could be a big blow. Andrew Alton coming off to the sideline here.
Well, we're on special teams, and the extra point coming up.
Involved in some extracurriculars after that last touchdown, and escorted over to the sidelines by the referees after this drive.
Burrig will attempt the extra point, and he will knock it through. So 38-14 as we look at the touchdown once again.
Good job here again. Pruitt just extending the ball over, getting it into the end zone for a touchdown. This Loveland Tiger team really feeling it right now. You can tell that they're a team that when they smell blood in the water, they're really going for it at this point.
They've done it on defense too, and the thing about it is that they have held Northwest scoreless since the 4:10 mark of the first quarter. After Roberson's 12-yard touchdown run to tie it up at 14, it has been all Loveland.
Yeah, Roberson and Northwest, their offense has not been able to get anything going after those first two drives. Loveland, you have to give it to them, making some great adjustments in that second quarter, and now they're getting halftime. Now they're getting back in their comfort zone, bringing that pressure on defense, and really doing what they want to do and what they're used to doing. Now you see that defense that hadn't allowed a score in the last 3 games.
Well, you saw Nate Mahan and his Knights as you look at the officials with the discussion right now. Well, this Northwest team's not used to giving up 38, and they're not used to, because they've won 9 out of 11. As there's a flag on the play, you see the flag, and that's what the decision is, and here is the call. Well, maybe we'll get the call here. I think they're still trying to figure it out.
I think they're trying to sort it out. Obviously, there were some extracurriculars. They're keeping Andrew Alton on the sidelines there. I don't think the referees want him to get back in the game.
We have dead ball, encroachment on the defense. The try. The try should not have been attempted. We had an encroachment on the defense.
All right, so basically what he's saying is that it should have been whistled dead, and so they're going to try again.
On the kicking team, that penalty will be enforced from the 1.5-yard line.
All right.
Did you get all that?
Not, I didn't get all that, to be honest about it. But let's see how they line up. They are going to take it back 15 yards. I thought it was against Loveland because of where they were lined up, where their huddle was going. And now this is going to be an extra point that will come from outside the 15. They will put it at the 16-yard line on the penalty. So officials are going to have to hopefully take control of this thing. So this is the extra point again. There shouldn't have been an extra point try before, and here is the extra point. That is good. So it will still go on the board as a point, and it's 38-14 after all of that.
The kicker was knocked down again.